It's FBI profiling. 35% more money. Regular hours, not as unpredictable as these.
How are you gonna convince me to leave Detroit?
The National Guard and a drink. Alex Cross.
Got ourselves a Four Roses. Hey, Alex, you're gonna want to prepare yourself for this one. Woman was tortured to death.
Cost to be Alex Cross. And the cost is being in not a very good movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think you want to take that cost and apply it to some acting lessons and a better director and somebody who knows how to write a script. And you know what? Why don't you just take that money and do something else with it?
Alex Cross is really dumb. Alex Cross is really dumb.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You should know that. You should know that.
No. We know that. and you've done this a lot. And we might groan, but secretly it's like, all right, he kind of constructed that well. That was on the level of this movie.
Oh, that's just the opening joke.
No, Jesus, no. You are fully part of the team right here because now we can tell you that shit was stupid.
Yay!
Actually, be mean to you now.
Now you really are crossing into Cyrus territory.
I'm
There's only
crossing
one person
into
who
it?
does that.
No, even the ghost of Cyrus is rolling around going, no!
Yeah,
If Cyrus were here right now, he'd be like, shit, I'd never done that.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, but that's translated in spill as shut the fuck up.
It was not an easy crossover.
God damn it, give me something to cross your head with.
Yeah, with a 2x4. Give you a wood shampoo.
But we're here to talk about Alex Crossdresser. So.
Yeah, man.
See, that's how you do it.
I got an honest
That's
laugh.
how you do it.
I know. I was about to go, doy.
But this is what
That actually worked.
I worked on that joke all day yesterday. I really did.
Hey, Corey, welcome to my world.
I mean, I had notes and everything on that.
You had a map.
Yeah, you just took that shit from me, man. But that's fine. You didn't know.
This, by the way, is already more entertaining than the movie.
It is.
Boy, it makes more sense.
Leaps and bounds. Yes.
Boy, y'all, I know. All of y'all, you're out there waiting. This is the big debut of Tyler Perry, the actor, not Tyler Perry, the cross-dresser, not Medea,
Nope.
not Tyler Perry,
The comedian.
whatever he does in his own
the
movies.
comedic actor or
this
whatever.
This is Tyler Perry busting out in a movie being directed by somebody else in an action film of a beloved fictional character in a series of beloved books. Alex Cross being the title character here.
And man, people love Alex Cross.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people like he's my favorite detective in fiction.
I didn't realize how big of a character he was until I heard like a lot of my friends started going, oh man, that new Alex Cross movie, I can't wait. But when the news broke out that Tyler Perry was involved, I heard even more kind of an uproar about that happening because everyone was like, not Alex Cross, anybody but Tyler Perry for this character. That dude is a badass.
You know that like young CG stuff they did on Jeff Bridges for Tron Legacy? Why don't they just do that with Morgan Freeman?
For this movie. They should have.
You got a good point.
Yeah,
there.
why didn't Pixar just make Alex Cross?
Seriously, I want to watch that.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't the first time we've seen this character on the screen. We had Morgan Freeman play him in 2 movies. I finally remember the other movie. The one that everybody knows is Kiss the Girls, but Along Came a Spider.
Yeah,
there
was
you
the
go.
other one. Yeah, we saw that one.
Yeah, we
I
did.
remember that was the one.
Most
where,
people forgot they saw that.
Yeah, which one was the one? You know what? I hate to say this, but from those movies, I just remember there was one scene where Morgan Freeman was all dressed up, all cool, and up in the club. And I was thinking, you can't. I don't deny this guy is smooth, but he can't go undercover like this.
It's funny because I remember from Kiss the Girls the whole time I was like, so they're gonna let him hook up with Ashley Judd or not?
Well, he's sexually non-threatening, so that's why they kept partnering him with Ashley Judd.
No, I did fuck Ashley Judd.
I'll fuck her right now if you let me.
When you pair up somebody with Ashley Judd, especially how young she was, it looked like she was hanging out with her grandfather the whole time. So
yeah, that's what Morgan Freeman looks like standing next to anybody.
But you know what? If it had been Sean Connery, he would have tapped that.
No, of course, yeah.
No, that was a thing. There was rumors going around that Morgan Freeman was actually fucking Ashley Judd.
Right, he had to come out with a press release to say, no, I'm not. But maybe I could if y'all wasn't fucking it up.
Be cool. Yeah. Not for lack of trying until you cock blocking motherfuckers came out
the
here.
press is cock blocking the poor guy. Yeah.
Damn, I was close to hitting this.
Get busy fucking or get busy cock blocking.
But now we have Idris Elba. Oops, no, we don't.
No, Chiwetel Ejiofor. Oh, no, not him either.
Any guy with an African name that they were trying to get to be in this movie got pushed out, and they finally said,
They said, step forward. let's see your resume. Oh wow, you could act. Next.
Yeah, get a Negro whose name we can pronounce. That's what.
Look, this character is big, so we need a big guy. And Tyler Perry is about 6'4", so let's get him in here.
Well, see, that almost seems to be the case. I was reading to where the CEO of the company, I don't remember the name of it, where that was the company that released District 9. He went on as being quoted as saying, if I'm reading it right, he was saying, Idris Elba, good actor, he is. But that Tyler Perry, he's a phenomenon. I mean, look, if somebody gives you Tyler Perry and Will Smith, you take it.
Wow.
So it seems like they make it sound like Idris Elba, he backed out on his own, but something tells me he got edged out for this.
Well,
man.
it seems like we're not the only fans of Medea around here. So much that kind of like, fuck it. I want him in my movie. I need him.
It totally comes off as a business decision. It's like this guy brings his own audience, so we're guaranteed to have that share of the market.
Yeah.
So
It's
let's go with
filmmaking
it.
by focus group is what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
But then again,
Or
after
unfocused
watching
group.
this
Or
movie,
unfocused group.
I started scratching my head and going, maybe those guys actually got to read the script, and they were like, you know what? Pass.
Yeah, the other guys. Hey, you know what, Mr. Perry, sir, you go ahead and enjoy this.
Even Tyrese is like, no, fuck that.
It's like, guys, we got to spin this. So, you know,
They gave Tyler Perry that script with a bottle of hot sauce and said, "You enjoy, man."
enjoy yourself.
Yeah, no, I think that Brian, you're right. I think that people were saying, "Look, this guy is a phenomenon." Leon, you were right. I'm sorry, trying to give it to the white guy.
Can't tell us apart.
I know, Mr. Fact, Mr. Fact
I was
Checker.
like, God damn, this shit is still going on in 2012.
Leon can't even get a break here at Spill.
I'm busting my heart out, but Elvis here gets to have all the fame
I
and the
know. I
glory.
still
Give it to the white
man
guy.
over here. Yeah, you said that, right, Brian?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You can read, right?
Brian, you sure are moving up here on the Spill ranks.
No, Leon.
I even hate me now. Congratulations.
You understand, Leon?
Sure.
Yeah, no. I was.
Yeah, you're black, he's white.
The Spill people just feel more comfortable with a white face on those facts, man. No, you're right. The thing that they were saying that this guy, he is a phenomenon, and they want to introduce. I think they're trying to create this phenomenon of Tyler Perry around the world now because they're saying this movie's going to have global effect, not just a small effect here with his movie. So.
Yeah,
hey.
well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it makes sense on paper that, hey, here's this guy who's known for these comedies. He brings in an audience. If we can, like, not just get him in our movie, but we can cross him over into doing other genres, everybody can get rich off of this one guy. He can get rich. We can get rich. Everybody's happy.
And then 3 Tyler Perry movies later, they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, who? What's your name? They're not letting him on the lot at Paramount.
Man, that's the problem here because I'm rooting for Tyler Perry. I am.
Why?
I'm Tyler. Look, I'm Tyler Perry's abused wife.
You are.
I mean,
You are.
you
know what?
You said that in the last
You know what?
2
You know
or
what
3
you are?
reviews.
You're the abused woman, the heroine in every one of his movies. You're the Taraji P. Henson.
I am. Diary of a Mad Man crush.
There's some poor, handsome guy with a good heart who you're kind of blowing off right now.
Yeah.
Wait a
Because you
minute.
keep going back to Tyler Perry.
By that logic, does that mean you're done now? You're done being that character?
No.
God damn it.
Look, Brian, he hurts me, but he's trying. He's a good guy.
Okay, Tina.
Yeah.
But no, the reason why I'm rooting for him, I'll tell you why. Is because I really do. Every time I hear about this guy's success, every time I hear him on I just heard an interview with him the other day on Fresh Air. I mean, every time I hear about him, I really want this guy to succeed. And it's not just Tyler Perry. I want any director, any artist who is willing to expand beyond what people expect out of them, who's willing to just try different things. I'm always rooting for them to do that. I mean, Tyler Perry came from doing these old niggerish plays to doing
The Chitlin Circuit is
the
referred to
Chitlin
as.
Circuit. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Was that offensive?
There's a name, yeah. For
Yeah, I'm
that.
sorry. I just gave it one. No, he's come from doing all these black dramas, which are not all that great. He did them in plays. He's doing them in movies. His movies are not that good. Now he's trying to spread out into being a respected actor. And I really want to see the guy succeed. And God bless his soul, man. He's trying in this movie. I don't even think the problem is him halfway, because I think there's certain parts in this movie where he does well. I think it's everything else that comes down on him.
You know, that's the shocking thing to me, because I was like, knowing that he was going to play this part, I was like, man, this is going to be a train wreck. Because a lot of times you could see somebody in a bad movie, but you could tell, I think that person has talent. And I've never seen Tyler Perry, even his own movies, where I go like, I think he's got it. I always like, he ain't got it. He's just showing just enough of himself to get by, but this is going to be horrible. And I am shocked that he is not the worst thing about this movie.
No, he is not. There's a lot more. Now, this is have you read any of these books, Leon?
No, I have not.
Has Brian read some to you because you can't read? No, Brian, we're just joking. Brian actually looking like we're going to beat him up or something after this is done.
Well, it's been fun, guys.
They actually let Brian into the library.
Somebody call my driver.
I just wanted
Let
to
the
do a
boy
movie.
try.
Yeah, no. This is I haven't read the books either, but apparently this is the 12th novel in the series. So I don't know how they got from
12 books.
Yeah, 12.
Jesus.
I don't know what happened in 11 other parts of this story, but this is sort of a reboot right here with introducing this character. And in this movie, he plays a family man. In fact, he's about to have another baby on the way, his third. He's got two beautiful kids, a talented, play piano. His boy apparently can't talk, because his boy had no lines in this movie.
Yeah, he's barely there.
I saw him once. It was like playing Where's Waldo. Like, there's his son. There he is.
They have that beautiful, talented daughter who can play the piano and a retarded son. Yeah. So they just keep hiding him.
A son who's deaf or something.
I think he played the tree in this movie.
Yeah. And his mother's Cicely Tyson, who's sassy and old and black. But anyway, this is a guy who has everything going for him. I mean, he truly is a sweet guy. And
not just that, but apparently from what they give us in the first 10 minutes of the movie, he's the black Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the things.
Sherlock Holmes is so popular. He's got a movie, a British TV series, an American TV series.
And Tyler Perry.
No, that's one of the things that really threw me off about the movie is that they try to lay things on like way too soon. They give you way too much.
Soon.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that in a minute, because that's one of my problems here.
Let's break this down. He's a cop. He's about to have a baby. He's about to transfer to another unit. What do you think is going to fucking happen to this guy?
Yeah. And I'm not going to even tell you, because the trailer kind of tells you, but they don't tell you. He suffers a tragedy, and he suffers it at the hand of a psycho killer played by Matthew Fox. You might remember Matthew Fox from Lost.
Yeah, of course you won't recognize him here because he's lost about 50 pounds, and he shows up looking like Michael Stipe.
He turns into Iggy Pop, man.
Yeah, he lost weight and he lost his ability to act.
Thank you. Yeah, he looks like the machinist if Christian Bale kept losing weight and talent at the same time.
That comes off with the weight, man. You acting talent sometimes.
Oh, that's good. I can feel that. I mean, you look so numb at the funeral today. But now the pain's really starting to flow, isn't it?
Here's another emotion for you. It's pleasure. The pleasure I'm gonna get when I watch your soul come oozing out of your body, you maggot.
Well, Confucius said, when setting off on the path of revenge, dig 2 graves.
That's fine with me as long as you're in one of them.
And he goes by 2 names in the movie: the Butcher of Bullshit or something, and Picasso. Apparently, he's a great MMA fighter. He's very skilled at hand-to-hand combat and with weapons. But
charcoal.
But that's the other thing. They call him Picasso because at the scene of a killing, he'll leave Picasso-style drawings with a clue in there somewhere. So
that you can fold up like the inside cover of a Mad magazine.
A Mad magazine. That's right.
Apparently, the killer is a very big fan of Mad magazine. And if you look, what gives the clues away? The 2 arrows on each side of his charcoal paintings. But so
they're really softballing it in there for the young Alex Cross. Like, okay, just fold the paper. You got it. Hey,
the killer is here.
Oh, you outsmarted me again. How did you do that?
You've done it again, Alex.
Yeah,
it's like watching one of the retarded Hardy Boys work.
And when Alex Cross and his 2 partners start to close in on this guy starts to take it personal. And as I said, he inflicts a tragedy on Alex Cross that has him take this dark transformation. Normally I would love a movie like this because this is what I like. I've always wanted to see this kind of movie where I wouldn't see it with The Punisher, where The Punisher was a family guy and then he made this dark transformation to this psycho killer. That's what I thought this movie was going to be like. You have this guy who we get to see as a family man. We get to see that genocide of him. We get to see that thing that pushes him over. Except that this movie so much of this movie up until the very end, it doesn't seem like they even put that much money into it. It seems like a CBS cop drama. Let me just say, if you are in a movie with Ed Burns and it's a cop movie, it's gonna be shit. If you see Ed Burns walking on the set, turn around and just go home.
It's a given.
Where's my agent?
I don't think. Well, go ahead, Brian.
Well, I think the problem is he has no poise. He doesn't feel like he's natural on a movie set. Like it all felt like either a rehearsal or a table read every single line. It was just like, dude, just kind of recognize where you are and be a part of your surroundings and just kind of, go with it. And yet it was just like, hey, I'm Tyler Perry and I'm on this set. Hey, here's my line. Here's my other line. All right. And it's like, oh my God.
I had the same feeling with that movie that I wish I could remember the title of it, where he was playing a business guy.
Good Deeds?
Good Deeds, yeah. Where it was like,
God.
It looked like a child. It looked like a kid trying to pretend to be an adult. Where this felt like Tyler Perry trying to pretend to be a cop, and it just
an actor,
and an actor. Yet, I was struggling watching him. I felt bad. Like
I think the problem with it, because I was trying to analyze it, and as near as I can tell, like this script is like way underwritten. There's barely anything there.
So that's why I want to blame him.
Yeah. That's why I don't put the blame squarely on him. And Rob Cohen directed it, who I've seen do good work. I couldn't believe his name. He was the one who did it. I was
if Rob Cohen ain't got, if he doesn't have scenes with cars chasing each other, then it's flat.
Well, but he also did. He did a movie about the Rat Pack, which was a great movie for HBO. Yeah.
He did that HBO movie?
Yeah, he did an HBO. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's
That
blows me away.
So he knows how to work with people, or at least he used to know.
You know who wasn't in that Rat Pack movie? Tyler Perry.
but that's the thing. It's like, okay, all these other actors in here, they don't quite give you that same feeling of like, do you know where you are? Because they've been at it long enough to where even when they get shit material, they know how to keep it from being worse shit. But for him, being an amateur, he didn't have much to work with, and he didn't know what to do with it.
If I may analyze what you're saying here, well, actually, it's not even what you're saying. It's him. Look, like I said, Ed Burns has been in so many shitty cop movies.
Oh yeah,
that he knows. Man,
I know the drill.
I'm here for a check, man. But Tyler, you can act your ass off all you want to, man. I'm just gonna get this.
Ed Burns' shtick is still like, oh, I'm sorry, you Irish? I couldn't tell in the first 5 seconds.
but there's so much. The thing about Ed Burns though is that he's the only one that seems to be, acting in the movie.
Yeah.
He's acting appropriately in every scene, where everyone that Tyler Perry comes into contact with, especially his two partners in the movie, one of them plays by that Scarlet chick from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I can't remember her
Rachel
name.
Nichols.
Rachel Nichols,
yeah. Her and his other partner,
Ed Burns.
Ed Burns.
Well, when you see them interact with each other, I mean, it really does feel like Brian said, rehearsals.
Yeah.
Because there's unusual pauses in their dialogue.
Well, the reason why is because Matthew Perry. There's two parts of Matthew Perry in this movie.
Perry.
Well, I mean, God damn it.
When did he get in there?
Matthew Perry was in this. It would have been awesome. Matthew Perry is Alex Cross.
I think Tyler Perry's and Matthew Perry's head are the same size. In fact, I think Matthew Perry's head is bigger than Tyler Perry.
Boy, I was having the same problem the whole time watching the movie. I was like, I got to remember that this motherfucker is Matthew Fox, not Matthew fucking Perry.
Yeah, well, apparently
I can't fuck that up.
We can't get out of this street because where you fucked up with Matthew Fox and Matthew Perry. I fucked up with Matthew Perry and Tyler Perry. So, God damn it, Matthew Perry just coming in and fucking us all.
Matthew Perry's gonna walk this door and say, "Leave me out of this."
I want in this shit.
My career is fucked enough.
Hey, man, I just got a TV show. Fuck, y'all quit fucking with me. No, it's Tyler Perry. There's two Tyler Perrys in this movie. And there's one I think is very good, because even in Tyler Perry's movies, there's a side of Tyler Perry where I think he's extremely good. Tyler Perry is very good when he's doing scenes of just being very nice, very relaxed, in a very casual atmosphere and in very casual scenes. When he comes in, he's acting with his family, or he's messing around with Cicely Tyson, or even certain times when I feel like when he's messing around with Ed Burns, I'm thinking, okay, this guy feels comfortable.
Really?
Now,
That's what I thought he felt the most.
I actually liked him in those scenes. I thought the dialogue was bad, and I thought the information they had to give you was bad, because they just poured it all out in the first fucking 30 minutes of the movie.
Yes.
But when he tries to be, when Tyler Perry has to get dark or he has to get serious, that's when I thought, all right, you need a little more work. There's a scene where they're asking him, who is this guy? Who is this psycho killer? He gets up and he looks out the window and he gets his Martin Luther King look, and he's a psycho. He don't care about anybody. He's dark. I was expecting to get up and be like, it was a dark, stormy night.
I know.
when this killer came to town.
And I tried my best not to laugh my fucking ass off during that scene.
I was waiting for thunder to be in the background.
Yeah, I was waiting at the end of that for him to go, acting.
He's a sadistic monster who doesn't care anything about the people he hurts. At least I'm guessing. I don't know. Sure.
He
That's
will
what the
not
script
stop.
says.
Yeah, he will not stop until you are dead. I'm like, wait, that's the wrong
That's
script.
Terminator, right?
That's a Terminator. Stop.
Sorry, I don't know where I was going with this.
What are you gonna say, Brian?
No, that I just the Martin Luther King thing. I kept thinking, why is he being so grandiose in these speeches when, especially when he's doing like the darker stuff, like when his switch has been flipped. He's so bad at it they actually have to frame him in darkness so that you know this is the dark side of Tyler Perry. Like they keep him half in shadow, so it's like, ooh, now he's dark. I'm like, really?
I thought it was just so you don't see his face, how bad he's acting.
And when he gets dark, this is what I'm talking about with the script. I mean, when he turns dark, it's not enough for him to just turn dark in his mannerisms or his personality. They dress him up like the Punisher. They put his ass in a black trench coat, put him in a black shirt. And weren't you expecting that skull to be on that shirt at any moment?
I was just cracking up because it's like, okay, we're dark now, and we gotta do this elaborate Ocean's 11 plan to steal evidence from the evidence locker at the police station. I'm like, you guys are cops. You could just walk in there.
He pulls so much shit at the end of this movie that I kept expecting them to be like an after the credit stinger where he walks in the FBI office. He's like, I'm here for my first day. And they're like, yeah, we need to talk. When we hired you, you hadn't broken like 13 international laws and then tried to come back to work like nothing fucking happened.
You know what's screwed up though? During that the moments where they were being all stealthy, they were dressing up like like they were burglars.
Yeah.
You see Tyler Perry's ass coming down a ladder, and all I can think is like, that looks like Medea's ass, like trying to be stealthy. This is not stealthy.
And I like that Tyler Perry's trying to be stealthy because the cops would be like, because they come in and actually, this is how bad this script is. They actually come in and they knock cops out to get into the get into the evidence room. I mean, they lock a cop up. They duct tape a cop to a chair.
Like, I have to keep people from getting hurt.
Yeah, the police department don't. There's no reports of who are these mysterious men that broke in.
There's no investigation about somebody who broke into a police station.
Yeah, and even if that was the case, the guy who they knocked out, when he came to, he'd be like, man, there's only one big motherfucker in the department as big as you. Cross, man, Alex Cross, quit fucking around,
There's
man.
only one guy who walks around like a
me.
cross-dresser, and it's you, motherfucker.
I'm pretty sure there was only one black guy on that force. So
Alex, I got the key, man. If you just asked me for it, why are we doing this stupid shit?
Well, plus, as we can see from the movie, there seems to be only 3 detectives in that entire Detroit police force.
there's 2 Geek Squad employees, and then there's 3 detectives, and John C. McKinley.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole police force in Detroit.
Exactly.
Because I'm just saying, it's that kind of thing where, like, okay, you chase this killer, and he blew y'all up twice. You go to the hospital. Some other cops take over at this point. Like, no, we got to get back on it. It's like, no.
Oh, but I have to say one thing though. With I know we've been talking a lot about Tyler Perry and his acting, but holy shit, somebody blew his ass out of the water as far as bad acting. At least how I felt about watching the movie. Matthew Fox. What in the fuck happened to that guy?
I don't know. I want to believe that's just for this role, and he wasn't given good direction, because I've like not just liked but loved him in everything I've seen him in. Like, as much as I don't like Speed Racer, I love him as Racer X in that.
He was the
movie.
best part.
Yeah,
he really was.
So watching him here, I was just like, maybe he wasn't told exactly what to do, because that character is all over the place.
It is,
just the way
it
it's
is.
written with no explanation. You're like if you're waiting around to see what that was all about, good luck.
It felt like watching him felt like if you told somebody in a community theater, an amateur actor who's never acted in their entire
Play a
fucking
psycho.
life, to play a psycho.
Yeah.
They would play it just like Matthew Fox played it, with crazy eyes going all over the place, laughing at just weird random moments for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I would have put up with that, honestly. Like, that was so over the top, I would have put up with it if, like, the fight scene between him and Alex Cross was any good. But they do that thing where it's like, well, neither of these guys can fight. Punch the camera. Keep punching the camera. No one will be able to tell.
Roll on the camera.
There's literally a scene that's shot from the back seat of Matthew Fox's car by a cell phone. It's like, who's filming that?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
That shot, that
that
shot
was
looked so amateurish. Like, it really did.
Well, I
get
know what
it
they were
in.
doing. This is another
trying to
thing.
throw you off.
Yeah, this is really the movie. Like I said, the movie feels like a TV show for the first I don't know, hour and a half. It's an hour and a half movie. So I say.
So I agree with you. Yes, the first hour and a half.
Yeah, no, for the first hour of this movie, I mean, it is a CBS TV show. I mean, you're watching CSI. I mean, that's what this is.
And the thing is, Corey, I disagree with you only in as much as I've watched some of those TV shows, and they're better than this.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't say it was a coup. I didn't say
Law
it
and
was a-
Order. I'm sorry.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
Because I kept comparing it to Law and Order, and I'm like, Law and Order knows how to get in there quickly, establish who everybody is, make you give a shit, and then in 66 minutes, I mean 44 minutes, it's out of there.
Yeah,
it's already told a story.
I didn't say it was a good cop TV show.
Okay.
By the time you get to CSI Detroit, it's like the 4th incarnation of that show. It's not going to be any good.
This is the one that got canceled after 2 episodes.
okay.
But you know, you have so much. You have so much to look at there with shows like CSI and Law and Order, and me being baffled, like, man, this director couldn't even like look at a good show
Right.
to see how they go by through all the mundane, analyzing. But like they're on a case for the first like hour of the movie, but it's so mundane. Like they go through the entire process of trying to find clues that you're left like bored out of your mind.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's again, like I said,
baffling.
it's not a very good cop TV show, and it's only until you get to the last 20 minutes of it that they decide to just pull out everything. That's when they pull out the explosions. That's when they pull out the CG. That's when they pull out the climax with the stunt work, and that's when they try to get artistic. It's a movie that it just feels like they didn't know what they were doing.
It was a
feels
mess.
It
It was a
yeah,
mess.
it feels like they didn't know what they were putting together until they actually got a name, and even then they felt like they had to rush this thing out. There's moments in this movie where it doesn't fit. And I know what they were trying to do. There's a scene where Matthew Fox is in a car and he's driving along, and they're trying to give you this feeling of being candid so you can get this big payoff at the end of this particular scene. And it just feels like everything else in the movie doesn't really pay off. Matthew Fox looked like they just shot his ass up at speed and just told him to do his lines. That's it.
Yeah.
Look, I would say this to any actors who are coming up. Opening your eyes real big and moving your head around and saying things like, a typical villain, oh, Mr. Cross. That does not work. That's one note.
You can't all be Hannibal Lecter, so stop fucking trying.
Yeah.
And the cameraman. Okay, enough with the Tony Scott shaking
Back
the camera.
and forth. Like literally at one point I was joking and I kept going back and forth with my hands, and sure as shit the camera kept going back and forth.
That camera was crazy. How there'd be a scene with people talking, and it would just slowly pan up to the ceiling for no reason, and then come back down. I was
The
like,
cameraman fell
what was
asleep. It's
that?
fucking boring.
Yeah, well, you know everyone who always complains about shaky cam during fight scenes. This is by far
The worst.
the worst example of that I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah, this is not the right project for Tyler Perry. And this is not me trying to defend the guy. It's just there's so much that's so bad with this movie that Tyler Perry, he's gonna suffer the brunt of it, because people are, as much as people are rooting for him, there are people who look for him to fail, and people use this movie to say, "See, I told you that guy ain't any good." But there's so much more worse about this movie. I think Idris Elba would have had more range to handle the dark Alex Cross, but I think he would have suffered in this movie as much as anybody else. I mean, it's too bad, because this is not the right acting debut of Tyler Perry. I know
It's just not the right script. It's not the right type of script, especially now. I mean, I don't know if this book was how long ago this first book was written.
1801.
Yeah, we see. That's a perfect day, because you know what? We've seen every fucking thing. I mean, we've already seen this movie a billion times.
Exactly.
Done a billion times better.
Exactly. And I'm gonna get my rating here, but just to cap it all off for baffling physical features and characters, Jean Reno. Jean Reno. That man. Now talk about heads that have gotten big. I know we talk about people's heads all the
I
time.
didn't even recognize him at
But
first.
seriously, that man's head has gotten so big. There's a part where he's walking in silhouette, and he can't even balance. His head is so big.
No, he's become the professional eater.
He needs to see, nice. He needs to say Reno to another dessert. Is what he needs to- Jesus Christ.
That ain't gonna happen. That's a good one, Brian.
Yeah, it should have been him and Tyler Perry having a climax.
I would have enjoyed this movie more if the villain were Medea. I'm just going to say it. Since Jean Reno is already that size, why can't Medea be the bad guy?
The last shot of Alex Cross walking up in that fucking long trench coat.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but think that's like Medea's moo-moo. Like her moo-moo. All I see those stubby legs walking with it.
Yeah,
I love it.
that's the dark Medea.
It's a prequel to all the Medea movies.
Yeah. No, man, I don't know. I'm caught between giving this some old bullshit and a really low rental. I don't know. I
Be honest with yourself.
No,
Corey.
I am. That's what I'm saying. I'm because there were certain parts where I did like the movie. I mean, there were certain parts where I thought they pulled out things that happened that I didn't see coming, and kind of took me by surprise. But at the same time, they messed that up by just glossing over those important things. So yeah, I always go to this. I've seen much worse, and I always save some more bullshit for movies that I've seen that are much worse than this. I do think it can be just a very minimal thrill if you watch this on television. So I'm going to give this a very low rental.
Man, you're like those swing voters. I'm like, how could the election be this far deep in and you don't know who you want to vote for?
I did give it. Oh, now come on now. You're the one that says,
Oh, you done it now, Leon.
You know, sometimes you're like, man, I don't know what to give this. Co-host, tell me my rating.
You're
Better than sex.
You're absolutely right. But in the case of this movie, I think it's clear. I think it shines like a bright beacon. The bat signal couldn't be any clearer than what
The
this
Medea
is right
signal
here.
is it?
I don't want to put this all on Tyler Perry, but fuck that no talent hack because he's awful in this.
Oh, stop
You're
it.
You know what?
pissing off Corey, dude.
Stop
Calm
it.
down.
You know, I tell you what he was good at. He was good at crying because he has a crying scene. And he puts his all into that, and I'm like, all right. You got the waterworks going. I'm gonna give you.
He's really good at putting in the saline drops. So
It's funny because co-host was looking at us to see if it was okay to laugh during that crash. I saw you, man.
Okay, now, did you hear somebody behind us bawling?
Yeah.
And it was a dude.
now look, I got very emotional. Okay,
Was that you?
No, I held Brian's hand through the whole scene.
because I kept trying to leave. Sit the fuck down.
I gotta suffer this situation.
Matthew Perry is so terrible.
But yeah, let's anybody think they're like, oh, you guys just hating on this movie because you don't like Tyler Perry. It's like, no, this movie it's amateurish and sloppy in every single possible facet. Like there was no stone left unturned in which it wasn't bad. The writing, the directing, the effects, the action was horrible. And to get to the end of what this story is all about, you're like, please tell me that can't be it, because that barely explains anything.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah, that last part, that was nonsense.
That was nonsense. It was and it makes you realize, wow, this whole thing was nonsense. If you're a fan of Alex Cross, I feel so sorry for you. Yeah. I really, really do.
They fucked you in, Alex Cross.
Because as much as you probably been telling people you got to read these books, you better stop saying that, because people are going to look at you and go like, you know what? Kiss my ass. You got bad taste.
I have a feeling Morgan Freeman's going to get a phone call soon. When they
Morgan
decide to do the next-
Freeman's cackling his ass off right now. Tell me I'm too old. And the thing is, the one thing that we haven't touched on about this movie, if you think like, oh, we're biased, the movie is boring. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so it moves so slowly, and when it gets to someplace, it's either nothing you haven't seen before, or it's just so silly. Any enjoyment I got of it was me going like, I can't even believe I'm watching this at times. There was one good scene, and you guys didn't touch on it, so maybe you consider it a spoiler, where there's a character from a very good show who pops up, and he's actually pretty good in it. It's like somehow he's a mushroom who rises above the shit.
we can say it, man, because he's in the credits.
No,
It's Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah. You think he's the polish that's going to come and fix this turd.
It's too little too late. But that one scene, I was like, you know what? This is a good scene, and he's good in it. But it's just so short. It's not enough to curb it. Yeah, this is easily. I ain't got to think about it at all. This is some old bullshit.
You know what, Brian? You know what? I might see. That's what I'm saying. I might go back to some bullshit because I'm thinking about parts of the movie. Now I'm thinking about parts of the movie where in that first half they tell you again everything about these characters. Like there's a scene where Alex
we used to
Cross
go
is
to
sitting
school
down.
together.
He plays a game with his wife where he tries to play Sherlock Holmes. He guesses everything. He's like, all right, baby, let's play the game. He's like,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, you just had a latte today because you got some foam on your collar. You changed your lipstick from rosy red to whatever the fuck it is right now. You had meatloaf last night because I smell your ass. You just took a shit. Yeah,
You got a cum stain on your dress.
Yeah,
Wait a
you're
minute,
fucking
cum
around
stain.
on me because your lips smell like dick. You fucking around. And then there's the scene in the car with him and Ed Burns.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you remember we used to be friends back in kindergarten? kindergarten? Yeah, man. We used to be there for each other all the time.
Those were the
He's
days.
gonna give
smart.
exposition
You
at
guess
the
everything.
end of the fucking movie. Why do we need these characters developed right before the credits?
They do it at the beginning and the end. Hey, we've been friends a long time, so I can tell you my wife's pregnant. Ain't that right, buddy? Yeah. You know, it's like, man,
was
God
embarrassing.
damn, I'm not dumb, all right?
It was
Yeah, this
embarrassing.
is some old bullshit, man.
That's why I was like, what do you mean you
I
might
know.
give it a low rental?
I didn't do it because of you, though. I did it.
I was like looking at you, Corey. I was like, you know what you need to do.
No, I did it because I wanted to, not because y'all made me.
But you know what, guys? We shouldn't influence Brian.
I'm just sitting here thinking about all the Nader presidencies that would have gone on if we were in charge of the election. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Fuck it. Some old bullshit.
Brian, we can give it some old bullshit, but you know if you do it, that's racist.
Oh, I know. No,
You don't want to be that.
No, you don't want to do that, man.
I didn't even think I was
would give
allowed
him a
to.
pass on being racist this time.
I didn't think I was allowed to criticize Tyler Perry because
I would allow you to say fuck that nigga if you want to.
no, it's okay. That's cool.
that was a test.
If you won't say it, then I'll say it.
Corey would totally have edited out the part where he gave you permission.
Yeah, he's probably gonna like do it anyway. He's gonna insert me saying it like earlier.
And then I would edit parts of me in there. Brian, why did you say that?
He's gonna put it on a loop at the end of the movie.
Man, that's not cool. We used to be buddies back in kindergarten, Brian. Remember that? You didn't say that back then.
Oh, remember, I'm Irish.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
You know what really burns me about this movie is that this is supposed to be Alex Cross. This is supposed to be a brilliant, FBI profiler. Now, true, this is a prequel, but he's still like they've well established that that's still his thing, and yet he never outsmarts anyone in this fucking movie. All of the quote unquote detective work, this is the entirety of the detective work. Oh, I fold this paper. That's interesting. Oh, look, a ring. That's it! That's the entirety of the detective work in this movie.
Yeah,
That's how good he is.
he's awesome.
That's how bad the script is. It's literally like, oh, we get to watch him. Really? That's it? Oh my god. All right. Yeah, and I don't think Tyler Perry is the worst part of this movie, but he's not faultless. His performance is it's a table read. It's just flat and uninteresting, and he has no poise as an actor, and especially given the fact that he's taking over a role that was played by Morgan Freeman. Yeah, you need a better actor in there than that. This movie, from start to finish, is absolutely some old bullshit.
Oh, well.
Racist!
I knew you didn't like black people, Brian.
If
Alex
we're
Cross
gonna
was white.
we're gonna get some hateful comments.
Movie wouldn't make any goddamn sense. Oh, wait.
I guess you want to see Alex Cross burning, huh?
Okay, now you're doing it.
I know.
Hey, come on, man.
You know, it's how Brian is the only one laughing really hard at that. I'll buy that for you. I'll buy that from you for 50 cents.
Okay, KK.
I'm
Go on.
sorry. It's infectious, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, I caught that. Did you hear what Brian did? I just
No, to let him figure it out when he's editing later.
Okay.
What? Go ahead, co-host. Please.
Oh man, yeah, this movie was some old bullshit. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you guys pretty much said everything. That,
Yeah, what can you say
Tyler
at this
Perry's
point?
bad. Matthew Fox is fucking awful. The entire movie just seems so amateurish. The story, been there, done that a billion times. So who cares? Yeah, there's just you're. And the biggest thing, I'm glad you said it, Leon. It was boring. Fucking ing.
It was.
It really was. Sitting there, just going, all right, can we fucking move this along? I don't need to see fucking Tyler Perry playing cop no more. Get to something good. Show me some racist shit. I don't care. Do something. Yeah, but yeah, sorry, it's crap, man.
No,
and it's too bad that it's such a high profile project that I know a lot of people are gearing up to see, regardless of how bad it is, because
Right.
it seems like they're going to see it anyway.
It's going to be a hit.
But man, I feel sorry for them.
I would also say, like, we saw it with the free screening audience, and they love everything. I heard a number of people coming out saying how much they did not care for it, which is rare.
You didn't hear anybody say that?
No, I heard a lot of people saying how.
I was standing by the crowd that said loved it. A woman actually said, "I wish I had 10 thumbs to give it 10 thumbs up."
And you see, I
heard that shit
I was
too.
hearing that
I was right next
I was
to
hearing
that.
people
right,
coming out
thank you.
saying they like
Yes.
it and loved it. I heard that. I was like, well, that's to be expected. And then I started hearing people go like, or just like, yeah, I didn't think it was that good. I was like, wow, y'all never do that.
If this movie makes more money than fucking Dread, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself.
Hey, but we make it a sequel. Alex Cross Tomb Raider.
My home movies make more money than Dread. Come on, you gotta give up that dream.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Damn.
I watched a YouTube video that made more money than Dread the other day.
My lemonade stand makes more money.
In fact, you know what? Dread is putting on that dress like Nadir right now.
You won't stop. I've seen his face. I've heard his voice. I will meet his soul at the gates of hell before I let him take a person that I love from me.
There is not one scenario that you have thought of that he has not already figured out.
I'm going to enjoy this.